Section 1 of For Eager Lovers by Genevieve Taggard. This is a LibriVox recording. All LibriVox recordings are in the public domain. For more information, or to volunteer, please visit LibriVox.org. The Futile by Genevieve Taggard. Read for LibriVox.org by Newgatenovelist. The stone falls, the bird flies, the arrow goes home. But we have no motion, we scatter like foam. Oh, give me a song to sing for your sorrow, a song that will lift like a wave from the reef, you and myself, that will fling like an arrow my poor scattered words to the target of grief. I want to forget, to remember no morrow, to go with the petrel, to go with the leaf. We would fly with all things to the goal of their flying. We would turn with all things to the magnetic star. But we never can live because of our dying, and we never can be for the things that we are. We alone of all creatures, the stones more than we, have no end, no motion, no destiny. End of poem. This recording is in the public domain. Very Young Love by Genevieve Taggard. Read for LibriVox.org by Newgatenovelist. Wishes are birds. You have been circled round with them, invisible. I sent you in distress, flown from my heart that long had held them bound, surpassing winds in their sharp eagerness. You have not seen their dim shades on the ground, nor heard them, never felt their pinions press, beating the air, but never making sound, and hanging over you in breathlessness. So, with you here, the trembling little words lie down like frightened children in the dark. Lie down and weep, and wishes winged like birds fly crowding back, with this the only mark that I have almost told you breathless things. You hear the weary folding down of wings. End of poem. This recording is in the public domain. First Miracle by Genevieve Taggard. Read for LibriVox.org by Newgatenovelist. There was a time when Mother Nature made my soul's sun and my soul's shade. A cloud in the sky could take away the song in my heart for all day, and a little lark in a willow tree would mean happiness to me. My moods would mirror all her whims. Trees were my strength, their limbs my limbs. But oh, my mother tortured me, blowing with wind and sighing with sea. I flamed, I withered, I blossomed, I sang, with her I suffered pang for pang, until I said, I will grow my own tree, where no natural wind will bother me. And I grew me a willow of my own heart's strength, with my will for its width, and my wish for its length. And I made me a bird of my own heart's fire, to sing my own sun, and my own desire. And a vast white circle came in the air, and the winds around said, Don't blow there. I said, Blow on, blow, 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 fill all the sky, above, below, with tempest and sleet and silence and snow. Wherever I go, no matter where, my bird and my willow tree are there. However you frown, no matter how, I will sing as I am singing now. End of poem. This recording is in the public domain. Tropical Girl to Her Garden by Genevieve Taggard. Read for LibriVox.org by Newgatenovelist. Withhold your breath, heavy in noon, and sleepy as slow death, garden of sweets and sours, the cluster of my body hangs odorous with flowers, stamens serpent fangs, sultry in showers. Withhold your hand, my boughs are bent with gold, my face is fanned with wings of bees that, thirsting, curve and kiss, under green leaves, green tendrils coil and hiss. Sun spills on me, gloom bears me down too much. My heavy fruit will fall without a touch, from hanging long in sultriness like this. End of poem. This recording is in the public domain. Just Introduced by Genevieve Taggard. Read for LibriVox.org by Newgatenovelist. Only a few hours. We danced like wind, our faces like noon flowers on one slim stem were lifted, turned aside. You flew, I followed, matched your stride, and held your paws and swung and parted wide. Only a few hours. We danced like wind, thirsty as blown flowers, heavy-lidded, fearful-eyed. End of poem. This recording is in the public domain. Thirst by Genevieve Taggard. Read for LibriVox.org by Newgatenovelist. There is a bird that hangs head down and cries between the mango leaves and passion vines. Below, a spotted serpent twines and blunts its head against the yellowing skies. Along the warping ground a turtle scrapes, and tortured lie glazed fishes in marsh grass. Across the sky that burnishes like brass a bat veers, stupid with the yeast of grapes. End of poem. This recording is in the public domain. Beach Cabin by Genevieve Taggard. Read for LibriVox.org by Newgatenovelist. I dreamed you were the sea. I dreamed you pounded, with foamy fists, the sad face of the shore. Waking, I lay beneath you, and the room resounded with the hoarse fury of the mounting ocean's roar. End of poem. This recording is in the public domain. Married by Genevieve Taggard. Read for LibriVox.org by Newgatenovelist. Your face from my face slips, lover of my lips, holder of my heart, for all our close companionships, we are apart, 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 we are apart. Crying beauty leaves me dumb, your fire cold and still. I watch the hours of morning come, and always will, with this dull agony in my heart. We are apart. Strong, solemn, stupid kind, parting we leave behind silence, where our footsteps sound dead on the hollow ground. With a singing river I used to run, wild with wonder. Now there is no river, there is no sun, only an old vow. And this dull chant goes through my head, and this dull moan sinks in my heart. Half of my body must be dead. We are apart. End of poem. This recording is in the public domain. Leave Me Alone a Little by Genevieve Taggard, read for LibriVox.org by Newgatenovelist. Leave me alone a little. Must I be yours, when all my heart is pouring with the sea out to the moon's impersonal majesty? Leave me alone. My little vow endures men's irritating love, surviving yours, surviving all, surviving even you. Leave me alone. This is no rendezvous. I am not false except with my old sea and moon. You understand me? Wait behind the dune. Oh, level glow. Oh, soft, soft-spoken sea. Leave me alone. Why will you follow me? End of poem. This recording is in the public domain. Black Laughter by Genevieve Taggard, read for LibriVox.org by Newgatenovelist. Harsh unuttered thunder stood like a stone wall above the marsh's silver line. Crooked cranes, white as lightning, flattened for an instant, flashing from the cloud, came driving toward us. Toward us fell the long lines of the shade-laden trees, soundless slanting thunder, and the snail-like hills dragged nearer the marsh's slime. Borne down so by sullen immensities, two caught children we stood, waiting the flash, the oblique arm of the parent, waiting for speech from the jowl of the irritated horizon. Our love began between flash and crash, terror seen and terror heard. See what a cripple our love is. It is sullen. Sometimes it makes walls of black laughter. It is fond of words, fond of thick vowels. It mimics thunder. Between us it limps. We wait for it, when we must, faces averted. End of poem. This recording is in the public domain. The Quiet Woman by Genevieve Taggard, read for LibriVox.org by Newgatenovelist. I will defy you down until my death with cold body, indrawn breath. Terrible and cruel I will move with you like a surly tiger. If you knew why I am shaken, if fond you could see all the caged arrogance in me, you would not lean so boyishly, so bold, to kiss my body, quivering and cold. End of poem. This recording is in the public domain. I Have Moved West by Genevieve Taggard, read for LibriVox.org by Newgatenovelist. I have moved west. I travel with the sun. You cannot hold, you cannot hinder me. There are no ends for what I have begun. There are no resting places where I run until I am surrendered to the sea. End of poem. This recording is in the public domain. Endless Circle by Genevieve Taggard, read for LibriVox.org by Newgatenovelist. The tree we lay under, the thunder of my heart, and your wonder and our weeping. Now we are old, we are worn, we are weary of sleeping. There's an end to all sorrow, there must be an end to our weeping. Come with me, run with me, find with me, laughing and leaping, the tree we lay under, the thunder of my heart, and your wonder and our weeping. End of poem. This recording is in the public domain. Symbol Summary by Genevieve Taggard. Read for LibriVox.org by Newgatenovelist. Up that thin river, going over sand, down that deep river, purple to the sun, my fingers fire, cool your quiet hand, and your voice sad, and mine the ardent one. So, silver thin, the flute-like running river threaded the sea-set, purple stream, and we sat mingling voices, solemn and aquiver, until we struck the storm and heard the sea. End of poem. This recording is in the public domain. Little Hamlet by Genevieve Taggard. Read for LibriVox.org by Newgatenovelist. Over you, over, I hang like a wave, like a lover, like a scimitar edged with hate, too heavy with grief to be straight and far, too frail to ever discover how to fall like a wave or a lover, or a blue thin scimitar. End of poem. This recording is in the public domain. The Enamel Girl by Genevieve Taggard. Read for LibriVox.org by Newgatenovelist. Fearful of beauty, I always went timidly indifferent, dainty, hesitant, taking in just what was tiniest and thin, careful not to care for burning beauty in blue air, wanting what my hand could touch, that not too much, looking not to left nor right on a honey-silent night, fond of arts and trinkets if imperishable and stiff. They never played me false nor fell into fine dust, they lasted well. They lasted till you came, and then when you went, sufficed again. But for you, they had been quite all I needed for my sight. You faded. I never knew how to unfold as flowers do, or how to nourish anything to make it grow. I wound a wing with one caress, with one kiss, break most fragile ecstasies. Now terror touches me when I dream I am touching a butterfly. End of poem. This recording is in the public domain. Forever Lost by Genevieve Taggard. Read for LibriVox.org by Newgatenovelist. Forever lost, like birds forever flying, searching bleak space, circling, and with the south wind crying across earth's face. Harrowed I fly, and like them lost forever, having once seen scarlet in a jungle by a deep river, scarlet and green. End of poem. This recording is in the public domain. For Ego Lovers by Genevieve Taggard, read for LibriVox.org by Newgatenovelist. I understand what you were running for, slim naked boy, and why from far inland you came between dark hills. I know the roar the sea makes in some ears. I understand. I understand why you were running now, and how you heard the sea resound, and how you leaped and left your valley for the long brown road. I understand the song you chanted with your running, with your feet marking the measure of your high heart's beat. Now you are broken. Seeing your wide brow, I see your dreams. I understand you now. Since I have run like you, I understand the throat's long wish, the breath that comes so quick, the heart's light leap, the heels that drag so sick, and warped heat wrinkles, lengthening the sand. Now you are broken. Seeing your wide brow, I see your dreams, understanding now the cry, the certainty, wide arms, and then the way rude ocean rises and descends. I saw you stretched and wounded where tide ends. I do not want to walk that way again. End of poem. This recording is in the public domain. Angular by Genevieve Taggard, read for LibriVox.org by Newgatenovelist. Other hearts have broken gracefully for your sake, and now your eyes reproach me that my ache is awkward, and my arms are angular across my breast, where emptiness is pressed. End of poem. This recording is in the public domain. Poet in the Basement by Genevieve Taggard, read for LibriVox.org by Newgatenovelist. Only to tell your loveliness, this love, only to tell pain's odor, beauty burning miracle of my surrender. Late I flew, but ever arrow straight I fly now from the shade that falls, that fell lightly on you, on me with a wave's weight. Oh, I must go. This city has a spell I never gave it leave to have. Still, still to tell the weaving of your footsteps on the stairs, with my slow dropping love for you that wears cold stone I want my heart for. Still I stay. Put out the stars. Give me another day, only to tell. End of poem. This recording is in the public domain. Sea Change by Genevieve Taggard, read for LibriVox.org by Newgatenovelist. You are no more, but sunken in a sea sheer into dream. 10,000 leagues you fell, and now you lie green golden, while a bell swings with the tide my heart, and all is well till I look down, and wavering, the spell, your loveliness, returns. There in the sea, where you lie amber pale and coral cool, you are most loved, most lost, most beautiful. End of poem. This recording is in the public domain. Tired Girl by Genevieve Taggard, read for LibriVox.org by Newgatenovelist. Put her away someplace between two hills, away from the sea and the sun. She has so much to think of. Must she run on your bright bosom always, Mother Earth? Put her away, and let some other birth bring her back to the sound of the sea and the sun. After she ponders under silent hills, beneath your swarming bosom, Mother Earth, she will have words for her beloved one. End of poem. This recording is in the public domain. Unacknowledged Dedication by Genevieve Taggard, read for LibriVox.org by Newgatenovelist. These were his songs. Now he has broken them. All he has made, that has he also slain. Seeing my beauty budding, broke the stem, finding his likeness here where he has lain, finding the flame of his hurt spirit here in this small pool that motioned with his shade. Seeing himself, he smote me with his fear. He only lives to break what he has made. All he fathered, all that lived by him, shut from his face with banging of loud doors. The sun, losing his spirit, now is gone dim. Only the sea that roared before still roars. Now it is time to go softly away. We will grow fragile, songs. Soon we will fade. He has no place for us, we cannot stay. He cannot bear the beauty he has made. Where will we go, my songs, under the sun? There is no place to go, no, there is none. The sea is scornful of our sufferings. The sea is like him, careless of all things, beating her own, and mourning that they die. All things are like him. Beautiful they lie, pressing their image wildly on our grief, prone in their beauty, terrible and brief, and when they face us, bitterly afraid, they cannot bear the beauty they have made. Where will we go, my songs? He does not know your faces any more, or love your lips. We are too frail to last. There will be snow, the noise of rivers and the winter's whips. To wind and water we will give our woe that once made music. Let them follow him. When all the sky is darkened at the rim, and he and we have stumbled in its shade, no one will know the beauty he has made. End of poem. This recording is in the public domain. Indian Summer by Genevieve Taggard, read for LibriVox.org by Newgatenovelist. In that day everyone will sing, everyone will play. In that day there will be caroling. You will make poems for your neighbor's child. Woods will grow wild. In that day men will not pray. Men's hearts will never know struggle and woe. Lovers will be simple and free. On warm fall nights, men's sweethearts will conceive. No one will grieve, no one grow grey. Feet will not go wandering in that day, save on one quest older than they, across one threshold, an unbidden guest. End of poem. This recording is in the public domain. Talking Water by Genevieve Taggard. Read for LibriVox.org by Newgatenovelist. If you poise your forefoot in my pool, I will not lose a ripple, beautiful. Crackle the fern stems, arch aloft and stare. See, there's no fright for you anywhere. A leaf shall not lift, nor a shade shake you and your shy love away from my lake. I know the noon is ablaze for you, this gaunt forest a maze for you. Kneel near this drop of water on stone. No one comes plunging, you are alone. Today I am opal, tinged with blue. My colour deepens with the glassy heat, and I listen for hoofs. Am I timid too? Noon is my enemy. Thrust in your feet. Trample this silver, trample this sand. I will not startle you, little one. Stand slim as the larch there. I'll not take even your shade to the naked ache of my lessening waters. If you lean, another fawn, like you, but green, will flick his ears and curve his throat. His shadow hoof will lift between these pebble splotches. Will you float, mingle, and drowse and touch me, beautiful? If you come down some blown noon to my pool, I will be quiet, I will be cool. End of poem. This recording is in the public domain. Boys and Girls by Genevieve Taggard. Read for LibriVox.org by Newgatenovelist. The Sunchild. Boys and girls, come out to play. The sun is up, the wind's astray. Early morning's gold is gone. They slumber on, they slumber on. I have never done with you half the things I want to do. I will put kisses on your knees, and we will squander as we please this lovely little lazy day. 90 million miles away the sun halloos, come out to play. The winds are prancing on tiptoe, impatient with the long waiting so. The hills look up, come out and oh, let your bodies dart and run while I make shadows, says the sun. Boys and girls, come out to play before the river runs away. I have never done with you half the things I want to do. The sun. Boys and girls, come out to play before the river runs away. While you are fluid, unafraid, beneath my light and shadow skim, before this folded gloom is dim, and limb no longer follows limb, dancing under spotted shade. For dancing were your bodies made, before the roses of you fade. Find your meaning for the mouth, while I lean south, while I go west. Find your meaning for the rest. The Sunchild. Throw back your head and fly with me, love me, chase me, lie with me. Follow, sweetheart of the sun, turn and follow, where I run between blue vineyards and fruit trees. Fall down and kiss me on the knees, pant beside me while I pull berries for you, from the full blue-jeweled branches, crush them red, not on your mouth, on mine instead. The sun. Nimble you move, you are my own, my pliant essence, all alone. On fire in the passive sky I burn, a stone, a golden stone. Together, you in double shade, discover why your limbs were made. The Sunchild. I have never done with you half the things I want to do. Link your arms and loosen them, pluck and suck a grass's stem, touch my breasts with that blue aster, kiss me fast, I'll kiss you faster. Link your arms and loosen them, now link your arms like mine together, toward me lightly like a feather dance. Like feathers you'll be blown across the level field alone, and like a brown wing my bare feet will skim the meadow till we meet. The river skips, but we are quicker. Its little body's slender glisten goes down alleyways of leaves. Flicker, sun, and river, flicker. Listen, lover, listen, listen, how the river laughs and grieves. I have never done with you half the things I want to do. Leap for me, sweetheart, reach and try to catch me, sweetheart, kiss and cry after me, sweetheart, darting by. After you seize me, we will lie, I in the grass, you in the sky. After you kiss me, we will start to try and reach each other's heart, and searching frantically, find the unseen blisses of the blind. The Sun Children. Before the river runs away, boys and girls come out to play. They slumber on, they slumber on, morning's glint is almost gone. With yellow bubbles fill your veins, before the lusty day star wanes. They slumber on, they slumber on, silken leopard noon is gone. Die you may, die you must, fill your mouths with pollen dust. Calyxes and honey thighs, both will wither, beauty dies. Find out why mouths are berry red, before you stiffen in your drab bed. Over you humming summer will glide, you'll never lie languid on your side. And listen then as you listen now, to half-heard melodies. Oh, how the river runs and runs and runs, fluid with splendor, and the sun's circuit is singing. Fragile day, boys and girls, come out to play. End of poem. This recording is in the public domain. Frost in the Air by Genevieve Taggard. Read for LibriVox.org by Newgatenovelist. Winter put his shoulder to our door. Nights are turning colder more and more. We are old, or older than before. Poppied sleep and honeyed breath are an antidote for death. If your fingers tingle, hold them here. Doom has drawn a single circle clear. Lean to me and mingle fear with fear. Poppied sleep and honeyed breath are an antidote for death. End of poem. This recording is in the public domain. Everyday Alchemy by Genevieve Taggard. Read for LibriVox.org by Newgatenovelist. Men go to women mutely for their peace, and they, who lack it most, create it when they make, because they must, loving their men, a solace for sad bosom-bended heads. There is all the meagre peace men get, no otherwhere. No mountain space, no tree with placid leaves, or heavy gloom beneath a young girl's hair, no sound of valley bell on autumn air, or room made home with doves along the eaves, ever holds peace like this, poured by poor women out of their heart's poverty, for worn men. End of poem. This recording is in the public domain. Epithalamium by Genevieve Taggard. Read for LibriVox.org by Newgatenovelist. Out of the forest, panther, come, silken, supple, silent, lone. Out of the forest, drooped with night, to your delight. Under bloom and over stone, out of the forest, panther, come. Something sees and slips with you, something huge and gaunt and blue, lashes its tail and follows you. You, pursued, still pursue. Sky with thunder on its rim closes and closes after you. Trigger loin, swinging limb, go and go and go from him. Brushing haunches, taut with dew, follow, follow, follow you. Now the doe with lifted ears rears in the bramble, looks and hears. Sway a little, creeper, creeper. After you comes, more gaunt than you and lean for prey, and quick, the leaper. And the little doe will sleep with the sleeper. Out of the forest, panther, come, silken, supple, silent, lone. Out of the forest, drooped with night, to your delight. Under bloom and over stone, out of the forest, panther, come. End of poem. This recording is in the public domain. Spring Touch by Genevieve Taggard. Read for LibriVox.org by Newgatenovelist. How tender mad the little meadows lie! The wobbling lambs are tasting milky weeds. The tipsy trees are leaned like foam on green, wind-gullied seas. The pale moth flutters where the pale moth leads, and you, swimming the sky waist deep in surf of apple blossoms, I, sweet to your thigh, take the new tingle of your froth of seeds. End of poem. This recording is in the public domain. The Long Magic by Genevieve Taggard. Read for LibriVox.org by Newgatenovelist. Swing, swing and swoon, morning, evening, noon, and with night, sleep. If you must, weep, but here with me. Swing like the sea where waves are tall, torrents and the three tides fall. Let the end be with the last sweep. Swoon, swoon with me, then sleep. End of poem. This recording is in the public domain. With Child by Genevieve Taggard. Read for LibriVox.org by Newgatenovelist. Now I am slow and placid, fond of sun, like a sleek beast or a worn one. No slim and languid girl, not glad with the windy trip I once had, but velvet-footed, musing of my own, torpid, mellow, stupid as a stone. You cleft me with your beauty's pulse, and now your pulse has taken body. Care not how the old grace goes, how heavy I am grown, big with this loneliness, how you alone ponder our love. Touch my feet and feel how earth tingles, teeming at my heel. Earth's urge, not mine, my little death, not hers, and the pure beauty yearns and stirs. It does not heed our ecstasies, it turns with secrets of its own concerns, toward a windy world of its own, toward stark and solitary places. In the dark, defiant even now, it tugs and moans to be untangled from these mothers' bones. End of poem. This recording is in the public domain. Ice Age by Genevieve Taggard, read for LibriVox.org by Newgatenovelist. Noiselessly the planets will blow by, like smoke, like breath, like driven snow. Frost-bitten suns on, will blow. Over Earth's curve, the moons, like birds, will fly, making no noise, and only vague shadow. And spider snow will spin and spin, a tangle of frost to snare Earth in. Little Earth, then, will house few men. Little Earth, shrunken, no longer drunken, purple, splendid, roistering Earth. Little Earth hung with pearls of seas, little Earth shivering, about to freeze. And through her veins, caught in this web, life and colour and sound will ebb. There will be faint tints, none from the centre of the sun. There will be light noises, no sound harsher than snow. Never a sound of thunder or river, torrent or stone, only vague breath from the old life-giver, making her own final, lingering filigree of frost, blown on the glass of the sky, in planet and tree, an icicle moon, a torrent and 3 glittering stars half-grown. A slight tone rippling sound into the stilling river, the crisp sea. And spider snow will spin and spin, a tangle of cold to catch Earth in. Morning's red yawn, evening's pain, never will startle the Earth, then. Pure from her stain, her garments discarded or cleansed by the cold clean hands of the rain. A leaf's lines, a stem's tints, make in icy places prints, trace of a foot, of a hooked claw, settled to stone since the last thaw. Minnows bent with wavering, along a pool's ice edges cling. All the beautiful brave colours that curled in the wave, flooding ground purple and crimsoning air, are battered and rigid and bare. Earth, bled of her sap, too stiff to unfold the sprouted mould in the cleft of her lap, while circles woven nearer now hang cold broodings on her brow. Still then crackling, once more still, icy feet come up the hill. Pushing back the granite fright, men sing morning and sing night. Only singing matters now, with stark birds on every bough. Carolling for morning, carolling for noon, stiff tasks done with a tiny tune, and never a note, in timbre any bigger than the tone of a flute. Little sounds only, coming in your throat, and the big sounds mute. Thinner, rarer, and more shrill, as silence whitens on the hill, whistling in daylight to keep up nerve, while blue whiteness comes up the curve. Bravado of sparse breath, blown straight at death, voices in silence, swooping like birds, voices and carolling, warm words, flung at the sky's stiff stare, into the brittle air, a laugh like a torch's flare. Desperate gaiety and games, and pleasantries for comfort like wan flames, will be their only way, for, in the midst of play, pause, a long sway, something faltering underneath, the brief gasp of the breath, eyes blur, blunder of mortal fingers, words too thick to say, slight motions underneath the grey faces of cloud, and caroling, caroling, caroling aloud to keep the cold away. Some will slouch, lazy, brave, others crouch in a hidden cave. Hearing near and hearing far, heavy steps from feet of stone tread the warping fields alone. Hearing far and hearing near, the winds hiss in earth's ear. Feel ground fall, and ground reel, brittle footsteps steal up the hill and down the cliff, touching, snapping, making stiff, while granite footsteps, grinding numb, up the little hollow come. Not to give in, men will go on, making vague love, kissing wan faces, trying to make children with women, trying to wake hints of old hunger, bitterly break flesh that turns marble hard, trying to take life in their arms for their brief comfort's sake. Women will not move as move those confident of love, hurt like a torpid snake, agony drags and stirs but cannot wake. So they will pass their days, fostering a child or two, giving names of half-remembered music, clamour, sound, over hunched shoulders peering round, for cold that creeping comes, over and over saying tropic words, and calling babies after jungle birds. They will be cheered with each new child, and the weird pall of the sky, and the wild tangle of hooped moons, piled like rubbish in the pallid west, won't trouble them so much with what they feared. They'll touch, cautiously, their children and their lovers, clutch anything alive. Not to give in, men will go on, cold to the chin, light stepping for fear, feeling the thin ice of the air crack under the weight of feather-poised earth, and the near nuzzle of snow, and the wind's spear. Smoke from fire and ice's smoke lunge together, fight and choke, plunge and throttle and fight, and all blue smoke vanishes, ashes fall. Some will call the skimming planets cranes going south for winter, nothing more, and some will sow the icy fields with grains, search barren pools, harvest seaweed, plant a pebble, or plough snow with patient tools. And they will never cease to look for spring, climb endless hills, and turn from east to west and west to east, imagining the least shreds of far colour, supposing that they feel warmth on their faces, following the wheel, circling on its axis. They will search the sky for sign of thaw or rain, or any change, looking for birds where only dead stars fly, and calling snows and deepening snowfalls strange. In tightening silence they will search for sound, beneath the smother of the sky find tangled iron, as the first men found iron and more than mortal sinew in the ground. And they will worship symbols of sure things and tangible, cut clear. Forgetting rust, they will keep iron near, and try to pour into an iron mould the past's white fire, perishing with cold. And out of iron's touch upon their palms will come a song, and they will seize stone hammers, make a clang, sing as they never sang, wild, assaulting, strong, clang, cold clang. Stone on stone, with iron bits clamped together, clang, clang, iron twisted till it fits, notched and jammed and bolted fast, rearing heavily and slow, one monument against snow, a monument to last, a tomb to hold yellow pollen of all past against the cold. Until, in the end, comes twilight glimmer, voices, faces, motions dimmer, breath as low as the all-covering snow. Even the evening and the morning laid cheek to cheek will fade, radiance and sound made one and quieted and blended into none. End of poem. This recording is in the public domain. The Vast Hour by Genevieve Taggard, read for LibriVox.org by Newgatenovelist. All essences of sweetness from the white, warm day go up in vapour when the dark comes down. Ascends the tune of meadow lark, ascends the noontime smell of grass, when night takes sunlight from the world and gives it ease. Mysterious wings have brushed the air, and light float all the ghosts of sense and sound and sight. The silent hive is echoing the bees. So stir my thoughts at this slow, solemn time. Now only is there certainty for me, when all the days distilled and understood. Now light meets darkness, now my tendrils climb in this vast hour, up the living tree, where gloom foregathers, and the stern winds brood. End of poem. This recording is in the public domain. To a Magnificent Spinner, Murdered by Genevieve Taggard, read for LibriVox.org by Newgatenovelist. Gnats and an ant have gnawed your nimble bones. You who could spring and sprawl on your own thread down half the meadow. Under tiny stones the ant has stored your essence. You are dead. You stitched the air with level darts. The sun slid on your silvers. Now they slant oblique like strokes of rain. Your neighbours have begun to chew the cud of festoons. From the cheek of this, your hairy enemy, dangles one loop of his glee to tease your skeleton. Wasps sting the grapes still, carry spider spoil in twisted torment past your web, and on, where their crude honey hangs in muddy cones. The ants are hurried, one huge bee intones. The pond is wrinkled with a velvet oil where gnats will hatch, with dusk, another spawn. End of poem. This recording is in the public domain. Dead Man by Genevieve Taggard, read for LibriVox.org by Newgatenovelist. Sap stirs near me, roots stretch and seize, sundering stones. And rivers waken, start in monotones their later tunes. Oaks bend their knotted knees in labour, and the full earth groans like women big with their increase, while underground my body lies, with open eyes, in this stiff pose of peace. End of poem. This recording is in the public domain. Hunch-Backed Volcano, 1914, by Genevieve Taggard. Read for LibriVox.org by Newgatenovelist. Red is the mouth of Pele, passionate against the fires of the kindling stars. Fire to fire moves, the heavens wait, as low to earth comes crimson-dripping Mars. They kiss in thunder, shudder, suffocate. Below, men pause and listen at their wars. End of poem. This recording is in the public domain. Twentieth Century Slave Gang by Genevieve Taggard. Read for LibriVox.org by Newgatenovelist. We who have seen the city's sentinel, some iron-coloured tower, monument to slow encroaching force, our thews are bent against her girders. With her noise, her knell from this our iron tongue we toll, to tell torture and toil. Her children are content, they sleep behind her spears, belligerent, until they start in terror. Toll the bell. Prepare, prepare to see your towers fall, foundations groan, no longer to withstand the burdens of your abundant banquet hall. So perished Babylon. Behold the hand that turns your river underneath the wall, and makes your wealth an avalanche of sand. End of poem. This recording is in the public domain. Revolution by Genevieve Taggard. Read for LibriVox.org by Newgatenovelist. What husks of last year's winter close you in, tomorrow's world? What dead, what wrinkled skin of ancient parchments, laws, beliefs? What dried, worn, tattered layers keep the life inside, where slender as a sword, and tender green it trembles, pushes, patient and unseen, vibrating atom, fronded silken thread, some day to shake, to sunder back the dead two halves of hemispheres, to pierce the crust of age's rubbish, crowns and cults and dust. See iron arms that clutter all the wide plateau of liberty. See fortified dull spiky towns. You cannot hold your own against one seed a fecund earth has grown. Alarmed you stand, alert to meet your foe, ready to battle blow for thundering blow. Nor do you see this sprout of common wheat, the blade between your firm implanted feet. End of poem. This recording is in the public domain. And end of For Eager Lovers by Genevieve Taggard. Thank you for listening.